So the whole joke behind making narcissism videos is yes, look at my makeup or my face. I always have to say that first because there's definitely like a scam that goes on with a lot of people in America of, are you wearing makeup? Are you pretty? Are you not? Are you blah, 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 blah? And that happens to me a lot. On my phone, in my head, perceptually. Yeah. So, what's I talking about? Oh, I think the reason people make narcissism channels on YouTube and that, the people that make fun of them are usually people who are narcissists who don't see any need for other people to try to call out an abusive behavior because maybe they're using that abusive behavior. And like, I think it's very necessary to call out abusive behavior, especially this specific behavior, because it's so unnerving. I'm not going to say too much about my own personal experience because I really have all over the place and people have laughed about it and even tried to build court cases out of it, I'm sure. When I was definitely not well and, definitely needed a lot of help and finally got it, from the nice SFPD here. Thank you. So I was gonna say, the mislabeling I could do without. Yeah, definitely could do without that. Definitely don't need a label. Like if you say I don't have whatever, then sure, maybe you're right, but that's not true. So it doesn't matter. I'm not attached to anything because if you get too attached, it's going to get taken away. So these are never going to get to the point because there's too much explaining having to happen because of what has just happened with the last things I've posted, which are being followed by, almost everybody who needs to know anything about me, which I've always known. So it's not a secret. Thank you. I don't know what it's sense of humor, trying to get a sense of humor, trying to get my credibility back online after it was ruined by my boyfriend and slandered online. So I'm making a lot of funny videos that are a little random and wacky. If you think you're trying to figure out something about something, you're not, because I'm aware of the videos and what I'm posting. And this is just me saying this out loud because I am so insulted that everybody thinks I'm younger than I am. And I'm almost 40. Yeah, I'm almost 40. Yeah, I'm not posting this. God damn it, got ruined again. Maybe I'll post it. I don't know. The reason that I make this, I have to keep talking about narcissism because there's a particular quality, there's certain qualities that these people have, and one of them is to to group up on you and to do it in a way that nobody else would know, and so that you think you're crazy and everybody else thinks you're crazy. And it totally worked with me, where I had no allies and no advocates, and there were some things that were able to happen that shouldn't have happened, and I have PTSD, so I will remember forever, and I do talk about it randomly because I'll talk out loud like a crazy person, like da 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 da, right? Because I have PTSD. It's so fun. Let's watch it. Let's make fun of it. Let's profile it. Hasn't it been fun? I've been having a great time. Not really. I would like to heal, and I'd like to stop being messed with. I'm going to say that publicly to my community, and I'm going to say I'd like to stop being messed with. Not to anybody in this building because everybody's fine here, but like, I need to stop being messed with. Okay, and I'll do my part not to smoke pot and lose my shit because I think I just smoked some bad pot and got labeled schizophrenic and definitely was using it, definitely got prescribed it for PTSD, definitely not using it now, definitely using the meds that were given to me for, schizophrenia, although I do use it. I'm not using it at this moment. No, don't feel like it. Just don't feel like it. Just not fun. Not fun to take medicine. Yeah, and there's just too many issues going on because I decided the funniest thing in the world is I decided to come out publicly about my boyfriend, us being violent in a relationship together, I'll say. Yeah, mutual. I'll just say mutual because let's just let him off the hook for everything and let's make it mutual. Let's make me be a badass. Yeah. I'm sure nobody believes that, but we can say that. So we were both shitty, right? And so I left because some of it came back and I had to, and I was using lots of different organizations to help me, and I have to say this publicly because it keeps happening and I just have to say it, and I want to be funny, but like things keep coming out, they try to make me, blah, 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 and I have to cover my ass. And yes, you can take it down anytime you want if you're the government, but right now I'm just going to say that there's free speech, and all I want to do is be Kirsten Bean or Kat Bambini. It doesn't matter. Which one do you want me to be? Okay, I'll be the other one. Which one do you want me to be? Okay, I'll be the other one. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't have a plan. I don't have any plan. All I know is that I have tattoos, so I get profiled. I've been considered a stripper, I've been considered young, and I've been treated accordingly. And so now I know how young people and strippers get treated today, and it really makes me unhappy. And so I'm glad God showed me that. And if you say I don't believe in God because I'm a nihilist or a nihilist, then you're reading my social media too much. I change my opinion depending on the day. Sometimes the sun, sometimes nihilism, sometimes mostly nihilism. Because yes, nothing answers, and nobody would be allowed to experience what I've experienced if there was anything but Sun Ra who just wants to burn us to death, I think. Sure, you can say all you want, but I'm definitely not being watched by anybody who would make fun of me, because that would defeat the purpose. It's no fun for those people. Unless, see, this is what I wanted to talk about, was the circus act. And this was, I was trying to tell my friend about this. One thing that narcissists love to do, and they'll never admit this, is poke you. They love poking you. They love your buttons. And I've done this to people, like, if you push their buttons, like, what makes them tick, right? So they know how to make you upset. They know how to make you upset. They know how to make you unhappy. They know how to, like, stress you out. They know how to make you feel like you're crazy and you have no allies. And they know how to get everybody in the community to feel that way too. And no, it's not a conspiracy. I don't think so, unless it is. I mean, it has been for some people. But for me, it really, with my boyfriend, was just a lack of credibility, because I couldn't tell him why I left. And so he said something that just was not accurate, and it made everybody say things that weren't accurate. And so it was a whole community smearing of like, oh my God, let's not listen to her because she must be crazy. And then when it really mattered, I needed help, nobody listened to me. So I'm not going to say that to be like, wah. I'm just going to say that to be like, I don't know where you put that. You could just make it up, but I'm not making it up, and I'm not making that up at all. And I know lots of people deal with it. And I used to think that people were just being dramatic, or they weren't social, or they weren't, fitting in, or, maybe Kirsten should put on some more makeup because her eyes look like she hasn't been sleeping very much, and that's very true. Yeah. But I'm not going to pay attention to it, thanks. So anyways, yeah, nobody here, just pretending. So yeah, just pretending I have an audience. Because I seem to 24/7 have an audience. I don't. Nobody looks at these. Nobody cares. It's all in my head. The only time anybody would care about this would be if somebody was getting hurt or something was happening, and nothing's happening like that here except when I have a panic attack, which sounds very scary. And I never had them before I moved here. I never had them that badly. So they've been worse, than ever. So I'm sure my ex can attest to that. I've actually tried to make him my ally and lately, and not talk about him, and just talk about somehow how people treat each other, right? Because I can't seem to, as a person by myself, talk about these things without being targeted. And not targeted individual, like you could label me schizophrenic for that, no. It's like, you can be targeted by the community, you can be targeted by people who are ganging up on you. And if you say I'm making that up, I'm not. I've been ganged up on. And people do like to gang up, especially when they feel like you've put them down or said something about them or left them behind. And a lot of times you do have to leave people behind when they're being abusive, and they don't like the reasons that you're giving them. You're like, okay, I got to get out of the situation because you're being abusive. They don't like it. They're going to follow you where you go, which I've learned. They will follow you where you go, and they will make sure they know what you do, and you're not getting away with anything. Well, I never thought I was getting away with anything. I never thought I was doing anything. I was just trying to survive, and I didn't think I would do that. I didn't think I would survive. So the fact that I made so many videos and was able to help myself at least get this far, which I don't know where this is. It's not a very good place to be because it's COVID, I've been sick. There's too many things going on here. It's like, I don't understand. So there are people kind of noting and profiling everything I'm saying. So I'm just like, I don't understand that. Oh, that's not happening. Okay, good. That's just the paranoia that's come since I moved to San Francisco. Seriously, never was paranoid. Not like that. Not until I moved to San Francisco. Now it's just, oh my God, dude, I've never had this thing that happens where all of a sudden it's like, I feel like I'm being interrogated, like nonstop. Everything I do, I just do. And I hope that's in my head, but I really don't think it is. I don't think anybody will believe that, but I do think that because I have tattoos and looked like a stripper because I was dancing with a friend from childhood, people thought they could do whatever they wanted to me, and they did. They did. And so they got away with that, they think, and I'm not going to go back and do anything about it because I'm not going to spend time wasting my life going back and like addressing the violence that has been done to me, you know. I'm sure more will happen. I hope not. You know, I'd like to continue to be happy and healthy, but if you are trying to step away from something and you do not have people standing up for you, and everybody decides suddenly that they're not going to, or they're going to try to look at what you did when you were 15 to try to judge you, which was, I was a runaway here when I was 15, and so I don't know if that's coming back to haunt me or what. But man, don't try to move to Nob Hill from Oakland when you have tattoos to get away from an abusive situation. I thought I might get some credibility and respect, but no, I have not gotten any, and maybe that's because I had a couple of panic attacks in my apartment where I was screaming and got hauled out by the police. And I also tried to take to social media to explain. I didn't even know what exactly was going on. I just knew I had left a relationship and I wanted to make it better, and I wanted to go public about it because it had happened and I just wanted everybody to know. And now I don't necessarily regret that because it saved my life, you know, but I do regret the way that people are continuing to kind of do whatever they want based on the fact that that happened. And that I have talked to my ex about, and I've talked to my mom about, and I've talked to the members of the community that are doing this about, and it stops now. Yeah, there's nothing, you know, that's over with now. So this video is just to say that it's very hard sometimes because they will kind of, it's almost like a tag team, and then once one of them does it, you know, they can all kind of talk about it, and then all this rumor starts and the gossip mill starts, and then a person can lose their life before the facts are known. And I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, man. You got to be careful, dude. Know what you're saying about somebody, and if you hear something, make sure that it's true. You know, I'm just gonna put that part there because, man, I almost lost my life based on people gossiping and kind of talking shit based on stuff I did in the past. And I wish that hadn't have happened, and I can't take it back now, but I have to move forward and life goes on. So God bless you.